Have you ever thought about totally transforming your outdoor space, but then you get kind of stuck on just making that first call? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. The whole journey from, a muddy backyard to a perfect patio can seem super complex, but it really doesn't have to be. So today, we're going to break down how a professional planning process can turn that big, intimidating project into simple, totally manageable steps.
It's the big question for pretty much any homeowner, isn't it? You've got this vision in your head. Maybe it's a great spot for summer barbecues, a safe place for the kids to run around, or maybe you just want to solve that annoying drainage problem for good. So, how do you actually bridge the gap between that idea and the finished thing?
Well, it turns out it all starts right here. Whether you're planning a massive landscape overhaul or just fixing one little nagging issue, every single great outcome begins the exact same way, with a simple, no-pressure chat that's all about what you actually need. Okay, let's really dive into this. We're going to walk through the very first phase of the whole journey, which is all about the consultation and the planning. And the goal here isn't to sell you something right off the bat. It's to really understand your vision and map out a clear path to get there. So, here's the roadmap for what we're covering. We'll kick things off with that first simple conversation. Then, we'll move to the super important on-site evaluation. After that, we'll see how your ideas get turned into a design that you help create. And finally, we'll look at how a totally transparent quote puts all the power right in your hands.
So, you've decided to reach out. What happens next? Well, this first step is designed to be as easy as possible. It's all about establishing right from the get-go that this whole process is built around listening to you and your goals.
And what this really shows is a focus on making it easy. You've got options: phone, a form, email, and the promise of a quick response, usually within a day, shows a real respect for your time. You're not going to be left waiting around for weeks just to get on the schedule. Now, this right here is the absolute key. This first chat isn't a sales pitch. It's more like a fact-finding mission. Are you dealing with water pooling up against your house? Do you need a space that's super low maintenance? This conversation is designed to get right to the heart of what's really going on in your yard. All right, so after that first chat, the next step is to get eyes on the actual property. This is where the ideas meet reality, right? It's where a professional can truly understand the unique space they're going to be working with. And listen, this is not just a quick walk around. Look at these details. They're assessing the really fundamental stuff like your drainage and soil that's going to determine if the project is a success in the long run. They're taking precise measurements and figuring out practical things like, hey, where can we get equipment into the yard? It's a really thorough, methodical approach. And this is so important. It's a two-way street. While they're checking out all the technical stuff, you're talking about your vision. Do you like the look of pavers, or is stamped concrete more your style? Are you maybe thinking about adding a fire pit in a couple of years? This conversation makes sure the final plan works for you, not just today, but for years down the road. Okay, so all the info has been gathered, all the measurements have been taken. This next phase is where the creativity really starts to fly. It's all about translating that conversation and that on-site evaluation into a real practical design that you can actually see and get excited about. Now, this is a really cool concept called modular design. Basically, it means you don't have to do the entire project all at once. Maybe you build the patio this year, then you add the connecting walkway and some landscaping next year. It gives you incredible flexibility, letting the project grow as your budget and needs change over time. The big takeaway here is that you are an active part of this. You're not just handed some final design and told, here you go. You actually get to collaborate, tweak it, and pick out materials. Plus, you get a clear timeline, so you're never left wondering, what's supposed to happen next? And now we've arrived at what can be the most stressful part of any home project, the money talk, the estimate. But the whole goal here is to remove that stress by being super clear, totally transparent, and having absolutely no obligation attached. Just look at how this is broken down. It's not just a single number scribbled on a piece of paper. You get a full breakdown of where every single dollar is going, the labor, the materials, even things like permits. This kind of transparency is what builds trust and lets you see the real value you're getting. And this number is huge, 30. That's how many days your quote is valid for, with zero pressure and zero obligation. That gives you the time and the space you need to review everything, ask questions, and make a decision that feels right for you on your own terms. That's what a no-pressure approach really looks like. So when you put all these pieces together, the listening, the detailed site visit, the collaborative design, the transparent quote, What you end up with is a process that's truly designed around the client from the very first hello. Let's kind of sum up what makes this approach so different. And I think this quote really captures the whole philosophy perfectly. The focus isn't just on, pouring a concrete slab, it's on solving an underlying problem, whether that's bad drainage or just unusable space, to create something that adds real, lasting value to your home. This comparison really makes the distinction crystal clear, doesn't it? On one side, you've got a collaborative process that's all about listening. And on the other, you have what often feels like a high-pressure sales pitch. It really highlights a big shift in focus, from just making a sale to building a long-term solution. And these are really the pillars that hold that whole method up. Having deep local knowledge means they get the specific challenges of the area's soil and weather. An accessibility-first mindset makes sure the space actually works for everyone in your family. It all comes back to a thoughtful, client-first process from start to finish. Which, of course, brings us right back to where we started. That dream you have of a better outdoor space? It doesn't have to just stay a dream. That first step, as we've seen, is designed to be simple, respectful, and honestly, pretty empowering.
And this is what it all boils down to. It's a simple, two-step way to get the ball rolling. Just schedule that free, no-pressure conversation, and you're already on your way to bringing that vision for your yard to life. So as we wrap up, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Take a look at your own outdoor space. What's the thing that bugs you? Is it a drainage issue, a total lack of usable area, an old cracked patio? What's that one challenge that a truly thoughtful, collaborative plan could finally solve for you?